Hello everybody, Timothy Painter here. I had a chance to meet a movie star today, a movie star in a way. He was one of the original figures in a movie called Below Sea Level, written by Gianfranco Rosi. And it's a study basically about poor people and living in Slab City. Well worth watching. It's on YouTube, and it's very interesting to me. It was very interesting because I've spent a considerable amount of time in Slab City. Well, without further ado, let's meet Bus Kenny.
Would move with you, but so I'm Bus Kenny. This is my 14th.
You're Bus Kenny, huh?
Yeah. The Bus Kenny.
The one and only.
Look up Bus Kenny. There's videos on
the Below Sea Level. It won the Venice Film Festival Best Doc in 2009.
So do you live in your bus full time?
Huh. That's almost an insulting question, my friend.
I know that you do.
And I live full time, and I don't stay in trailer parks and all that stuff. I'm on the road constantly, have been for, well, let's say the last 10 years for sure. I spent 8 years at Slab City and built a huge place there, 10,000 Tank Road. Had 4 buses. I had a place you could drive 3 buses under shade at the
Wow.
Slab. That was way back too. So I spent 8 years and I never left Slab City for a day in 8 years.
So why did you leave?
It's just, see, it used to be, like say I got there in 2000, so say 2000, 2010, sure it was still a rough place, but it was mostly people that had something going on. Even if they weren't making money, they were there, they were the mechanic, where you needed a hold dog, and they'd earn some money, and they would live there. And you could actually count on people to lend you a hand or something. And now it's just a no man's land. I mean, it's your gang against the other gang, you know. And, you know, it's just prison rules there is what it is. And I said, man, I ain't gonna live the rest of my life here, even though that's the longest place I ever lived in my life was Slab City. But it's just, I mean, it would take 10 hours just to even outline the, you know, the problems of Slab City. Just say it just got too crazy, and I thought, hey, there's a hell of a lot of other places in this world besides this fucking place. But I still got friends there. So
I got a good one for the video. Yeah, I live in my van and I just hang at the beach and go to the river and the mountains. But when I'm in my van, I just pretend it's a big bus. You know.
Well, you can only occupy 6 feet of space at a time anyway, right? So, you know, theoretically, you could have a bus that was only 2 feet square, as long as the 2 foot square moved around. The movie's Below Sea Level. But this is my 3rd bus since the buses in that movie. And I just got this about a year ago. And even though I'm old and crippled up, it's taken me about a year to get the car about all the seats, the wheelchair lift, you know, paint the outside, take all the lights off, you know, move all the stuff. And I had another bus, so I had to kind of hot swap it all between one and the other one, tearing all the seats out with a hand wrench, you know, and a chisel and everything. And so it's almost exactly a year since I got this bus here. But I just, in the last week, I got it in the final arrangement, all right? So I don't believe people, when they build a bus or a home or anything like that, they should do it all on paper first. Don't do that, all right? Because it's going to get into an arrangement that you think is nice in your mind, but then when you live in it, it isn't, the things don't work, right? Like you reach for one thing and it's not there, or you got to reach all the way around, you got to go places. So finally, I've got it all how it's going to be. It just has to be bolted down. You know, I've got maple tops for all this stuff and everything. So these are two wicked theater roadie cabinets, right? This one here.
Really?
And this one here. I got 2 roadie cabinets, right? I took the casters off of them. I got them stored away.
Where did you get these from?
The flea market in Clarksville.
Really heavy.
Yeah.
Unreal.
Yeah, they're like 200 pounds a piece.
What's the best place you've been?
The best place I've been, boy, that's hard to say. That's hard to say. Yeah, I don't want to tell you. Nah, you guys can figure it out. Find your own bed. Here's the thing. There's beautiful places everywhere. Here's the really important thing to say. You're out on the road. I am constantly going, all right? This bus is on the road constantly. There's beautiful places everywhere. And really, everywhere is beautiful if you just open your eyes and look around, right?
What
So-
a great message.
Yeah, you don't have to go to the, wherever the ends of the earth and all that stuff, you can. So I go back to the same places. Like I've got like a 400 or 500 mile journey ahead of me in the next month or two. Man, I can just hardly wait to just peel off to all these little campsites. Nothing special about them necessarily, except there's interesting trees there. And I'm kind of a botanist. Like if you look behind me, there's a bookshelf, but that's just a tiny fraction of my. One's a California floral and supplement. That's not your ordinary bookshelf fare. So here, I do want to say one thing though about the movie I was in. Okay, what's your name?
Tim Painter.
Tim Painter. All right, friends of Tim Painter, his YouTube channel, wherever what's going on here. I want to tell you something about this guy, Gianfranco Rosi. Okay, he's the producer, director, filmmaker that filmed me in Below Sea Level, and he was nominated for Academy Award just like 3 years ago for Fire at Sea for documentary.
Wow.
All right, so thank you.
Only you can prevent forest fires.
And that CDF thing, that's actually a plaque out of a California Division of Forestry bus that I owned, a 62 Dodge that I had at the Slabs. It was gorgeous,
Wow.
best bus I ever had. You could be sawing wood with that in an hour with a file. The teeth are all just perfect. There's no cut, rust in it or anything. And
Wow, and that's what you hang stuff on.
well, see, I bought that years ago, and I left it up at the Desert View Tower. A friend of mine owns that up there, and he had it on display there. And then it's up for sale now, and plus I just kind of wanted it, so I just went and got it. But and so now I'm just going to use it for my hat rack or whatever, or an emergency, like a tree falls across the road. Theoretically, in an hour, I get the file out, sharpen that thing up, get out there, start sawing that log up. Stainless steel restaurant sink underneath one of these maple slabs. That's a Sunfrost 12-volt refrigerator. That's 14 cubic foot refrigerator freezer. Got the wood stove in the back corner.
Wood stove.
Oh yeah, you can get a better
Oh,
picture
my
from it outside by the door there.
Yeah.
And then there's the 100-gallon Rubbermaid stock tank that I've had in 4 different school buses. Thing's indestructible. It's Big Mama.
Big Mama.
This is my monster
Like a brown
Yeah,
rescue
sweetie.
dog.
Like a brown bear.
Oh, you're such a sweetie.
She's a genuine born at Slab City feral dog.
Wow.
Yeah. Right, but she's getting a little crippled up. Right, Mom? Come on, yours.
Oh,
How, do you have a web page? Do you have a YouTube? Do you
I
have
got a YouTube page that I just started, and actually you'll see a bunch of films about the movie and where I camped and like redoing shots from the movie. And it's just Bus Kenny.
Bus
That's the
Kenny?
Bus Kenny channel at YouTube.
Okay, guys, go to the Bus Kenny channel. Well, it was a real pleasure to interview the original Bus Kenny. What an interesting character. And he sure got the stories to tell about what happened in Slab City. Well, if you liked the video, please press like and be sure to leave your comments. I'd love to know what you think. Do you have experience in Slab City, or do you have experience with Bus Kenny? And of course, if this is your first time here, be sure to subscribe. That's kind of what keeps the page moving. Well, this is Tim Painter for The Van Life. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye.